Now, as many of you may know, there have been a few tragic plane crashes as of late, and many people have been coming up with their theories. But how about this? I'm going to tell you why these plane crashes happened, and you're going to come up with your own theory. We're going to focus on the crash that happened in DC. There was another one that happened in Philadelphia. There's not too much information on that one. Real quick, in Philadelphia, there was an ambulance jet with a crew of 6 people that seemed to have technical difficulties, seemingly due to the weather, lost control, crashed tragically. Now, we're going to speak about, again, the one that happened in DC. All right, so in DC, a passenger plane was tragically struck by an Army helicopter. 67 people, sadly, were. Now, here's the first thing you got to know. This airspace that they were in is very, very crowded. There's planes flying around everywhere. Now, there's these people called air traffic controllers that tell these planes where to go and where not to go so they don't collide with other planes and helicopters. And this time was no different. Air traffic controllers saw the Army helicopter, saw the plane, said, okay, they look like they're getting a little close. Now, the Army helicopter was something called a Black Hawk. Second thing you got to know is they were going for a training exercise. Planes, passenger planes, have absolute priority when flying in the air. So the air traffic controller tells the Army pilot, hey, you see that passenger plane? The pilot responds, yes, I do. And here's where things start to get wicked. This is the tragic moment of impact of the helicopter and the plane, but I want you to take a look right up here. That's another plane. Now let's go back a few minutes. This is the helicopter and this is the plane before they collided. This is that second plane that I showed you in the last slide. Again, this plane right here. So what they believe happened is the helicopter pilot said, yes, I see the passenger plane, but they were referring to the second plane. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, why didn't the helicopter see that first plane? The first plane is right in front of the helicopter. But you see, this is just a picture. In reality, though, there are different angles. In the helicopter's point of view, that plane is on its left, at an angle where the helicopter apparently couldn't see it. This plane, that second plane, was to the right, at an angle that apparently the helicopter could see. Okay, I see that plane. That must be the plane they're talking about. By the time the helicopter pilot saw the actual plane that the air traffic controller was talking about, not the second plane, again, the first plane to the left, it was too late. The pilot tried to maneuver away, but they tragically collided. Now, I've also seen that the air traffic controller should have had 2 people monitoring the flight path, but they only had 1 that day. And I've also seen that the helicopter was 100 feet higher than where it should have been. But either way, whoever you decide may or may not be at fault for this tragic incident, it's up to you.